Oh, hello, Internet. I'm Matt of Fidget Creative, and I'm here with friends John and Bridget.
Hi.
We are here to play a game called Valhallamas, which has technically been live on 2 different streams now, but we wanted to give it a good, proper showcase. And I will also tell you that 6 people have played this current build of the game, or I guess more now.
Up to
Very
8.
few people have played this build of the game now. So even if you played Valhallamas before, I think there's going to be something new for you to see. One thing I want to say before we get down into the mechanics, that while the mechanics are really close to final, like maybe a few tweaks here and there, this design is not. So when you look at this design is going to change a fair amount. So I wanted to take a minute to talk about our artist, Devin, who we are very excited to be working with, and who has started providing us some of what will be the actual game art. And so you can see Leaf and the Leaf and the Bifrost Beanie and Nidhug, which are obviously your llama, a helmet, a blessing, which you'll get to understand what they are in just a few minutes. And then we just got another round with Brunhilde and the Helm of Awe and Sweet Nothings. I'll probably pop that art up every now and again during the stream because it's just really good to look at. Devin does really good work.
It's really excellent.
Very
Very excited.
This, yeah.
But for now, we are actually here to talk about Valhallamas. So, John, we got a whole bunch of cards on the table. You want to get us going?
No, you do it.
Okay. So we're going to have...
Yeah. So Valhallamas is a game of Viking llamas where you're fighting to be the last llama standing. It invokes some really nice imagery that is very fun and funny, and we hope that you will all enjoy that. Now, the game has 2 phases. First is the picking your llama, drafting your llama, and then the second is the fight itself, where the game unfolds and then somebody wins. So Valhallamas starts with a 4-round snake draft. Now, if you're not familiar with what a snake draft is, it's a draft where the order reverses each round. So sitting around the table as we are, if I were to pick the first pick in the draft, I would go first, Matt would go second, Bridget would go third, and that would be the end of the first round. And then the second round, Bridget would go first, Matt would go second, I would go third, back the first way for the third, and then back again for the 4th round. In those 4 rounds of Valhallamas, you're going to pick one of each: a blessing, which are up here along the top, a llama, a helmet, and your starting hand, which consists of 2 cards. These cards down here, the red, blue, and black decks, are the cards that are used to play and have the fight in the game. You are able to either blind pick from the top of the face-down deck or take a face-up card. Either one is accessible to be drawn. If you draw the face-up card, you would replace it with the next card off of the top of the deck. I think that covers all of the draft mechanic.
I just want to interject really quickly, too. I do have the chat up over here. You probably see me keep over here. So if you have any questions about the game while we're playing through it, particularly while the math guy is here, he's probably going to be good for some answers.
Yeah, long-winded answers that nobody wants to hear. So keep those questions coming.
Hey to Board Game Estate, who is in the chat.
Hey, Board Game Estate.
All right, so we're ready to roll to...
So we're first going to roll off to decide who gets to pick who goes first in the draft. Now, I won rolling the highest of a 6, but I'm actually going to decide that Bridget is going to pick first because I don't want to be on that far extreme taking too long between my picks.
All right. I'm going to take Fenrir's Fury. Do I need to say what it is?
Sure.
It's a once per game, instant 2 damage to summon them. Obviously not to myself, somebody else.
I mean, technically you could choose yourself.
I could if I wanted out of the game. I'm sure I could do that, yes.
But that would never happen because this is a marvelous game.
It's the best game. It's an amazing game.
So I like the look of some of these cards, so I'm actually going to go with my hand first. Now the hand consists of 2 cards, so for my one turn, I'll be selecting 2 cards.
I didn't even see that.
First, I'm going to take this Summon the Valkyries card, which is a nice attack card that allows you to attack everybody at the table, and that will instantly cause this card to flip. And then I will take this block card as well, which causes this one to flip. And now it is Matt's pick.
Stealing my thunder, John. I am going to go with the Helm of Awe, which is going to give me a bonus vigor at the beginning of each turn. And then I get to pick again, because I know how to play this game. And I am going to take Nidhugg, which is going to give me 1 free block.
So that's going to come back to me. And I am going to take the Fjord Fedora, which at some point during the game will give me an instant 3 vigor.
Cool. I'm actually going to take this Chugmead, which would give me 2 hearts, and this Invoke Odin, which is heavy damage card.
And then you get to pick again.
Exciting. And then I can't see.
Just another reminder of the amazing art that's going to be covering these cards soon enough.
Yes. I'm gonna take my boy Laleef.
All right, back to me. So I can look and see that they have both already drafted a blessing. So I'm going to save my blessing for last because I'll have my pick when it gets back to me on my final turn anyways. And I am going to take Roar, who is just fun because his name is Roar. And he's a llama.
All right, so you know what? I'm going to switch things up from how I normally do it, and I'm going to go with Helga. And then, John, did you explain how these decks differ?
No, I think I left that piece out. So there are some cards that exist in each of the 3 decks. There are some cards that only exist in 2 of the 3 decks. But the red deck is skewed with a little more healing in it. The blue deck has a little more instant play cards in it, which we'll get into during the gameplay phase, but they're cards essentially that can be played at any point during the game. And the black card contains a heavier skew of cards that do damage.
And so we do have a question from Jamaica. So the icons at the top of the card, I can kind of get this into shot here. So this right here is what each card does. So this card would do 1 damage to someone else. This is the amount of vigor that it costs to play, and this is just the type of deck that it comes from, so you know where to put it when you discard. I asked you that, and it was actually my turn to pick, so I'll go with that, and I'll go with that.
So it comes back to me, and I will go with the low-key locket, which will give me 1 instant heal at some point during the game.
And then I get my last turn.
Mm-hmm.
What does the Bifrost Beanie do again?
The Bifrost Beanie, the one that's going to look like that?
Yes! I guess I'll take the Bifrost Beanie.
Which gives you an extra draw each round.
Yes.
All right, so now we'll kind of shuffle some stuff around here, so to speak. We'll all line up our llamas. So then we've got one more thing to do for this setup phase. So you can see on my cards over here, I put this one green cube on Nidhugg. That's one free block per game. So when I've used the block, I just move it off so everyone knows that I don't have it anymore, so I can't cheat. And then we're also going to get a number of red cubes and a number of blue cubes. The blue cubes are your vigor.
And the red cubes are your health, and they are made up of the sum of the red number on your llama and the number on the fedora, or on your helmet. In this case, for me, the fedora. So 7 plus 5, I have 12 as my health pool. And for vigor, 2 plus 3 from the locket gives me a pool of 5.
Jamaica says, great pick. Bridget, she loves the beanie.
Thank you. It's very cute.
Hey, Ezra's here. What's up, Red X? All right, there's 10
Everyone's
there.
here today.
Well,
That's exciting.
that is exciting.
Okay, so once John and Bridget are both set with their cubes, so yeah, we can, while they're getting their cubes together, so what we do is we pile our cubes on top of the card, so then when you say lose health, you move them off the card over here so it gets really obvious how much health you have left, and when you spend vigor, you move those off the card.
Hey.
So as I mentioned, vigor is the number that you need to
sorry.
play each card. So you start with full vigor, and then you will play it to play cards. And at the start of each round, you will get 2 vigor back, unless you're me with my Helm of Awe, which I get an extra vigor to start each round.
Excellent.
And we got all the green cubes in use, and people are just throwing cubes all over my apartment, so that's cool.
Yeah, I dropped one over there under Bridget's chair.
Oh.
All right, and so now, and actually I'm going to switch over to this cam, which puts us a little closer to our cards. I'll probably switch back off that. But anyway, now we roll to see who goes first.
And this will happen each round so that nobody is stuck always going last. Whoever wins the roll goes first, and then you go counterclockwise around the table from them.
So with our very fancy first player marker that we have right now,
Sack of dice. Okay. Well, no surprises here. I'm going to start by playing Summon the Valkyries. Now, it's from the red deck, which we can see by looking at this icon or making out the text here. So, the discard deck is turned sideways and placed above where the draw deck is for reasons of easy reshuffling as the game goes on. Summon the Valkyries costs 3+. Now, if you get really close on what this says, it says that
really close. The text is way too small right now.
yeah, it's going to tell you that for an additional, even closer, for an additional vigor, you can add a target. So the first 3 gets me my first target, and I will spend 4 total to hit each of you for 2 damage. Now that is the play action that I get on my turn. I also get a draw and an optional discard if the need be. So I'm going to now do a draw. And then that is the end of my turn.
Well, John, I'm going to draw my card first since I have the hand room. And then I'm going to see your Summon the Valkyries and raise you a Summon the Valkyries.
That's me too.
Are you going to use that block that's in your
Oh,
hand,
I
John?
never took off.
John, you going to use that block, John?
I'm not. It's early. Roar is strong. I will take the 2 damage.
Thanks, Ez. Be careful when you're kicking. We're getting
Oh.
some mic crackle.
Big thank you to
let me
our
know
crowd
if the
always supporting
mic
us.
crackle continues. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to do about it during this stream. But anyway, Bridget's turn.
All right. So we'll do my first draw.
Are you going to summon the Valkyries too?
No.
Oh.
No. But I am going to invoke Odin on Mats.
What? So Invoke Odin is the most harmful card in the game by single hit. It does 3 damage.
Costs a lot, though.
It
Well,
costs the most to play.
it is Odin
some of
after
the
all.
Valkyries, but
That's true. Oh, and then I do have one extra draw because of my Bifrost beanie.
and then
Very
we
good.
roll to see who goes first. And the bag stays with John.
Keep that token right at home. Okay. Draw. Then, I get regain 2 vigor for the beginning of my turn, and I'm gonna pass.
All right. Well, Bridget wants to come at me. I get 3 back to start my turn, so I guess I'm going to spend 4 of those to invoke Odin on Bridget. It's going to be a very quick game if we don't turn on John.
Oh, I see.
We should make a pact now that we've both hurt each other a lot.
Only 3 damage.
Oh, it's only 3 damage? Oh, it costs...
Cost 4.
4. Meh. Excellent. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Sorry. All right, so I gain back 1. This is the beginning of my
John
turn.
has one every roll.
Oh, I gain back 2. It's the beginning of my turn.
Got the hot die tonight.
And I guess just for the heck of it, I'm going to spend this instant play, which is Taunt Trot, but I'm actually just going to gain back my vigor instead of doing a damage. So that was an instant play, so that wasn't really my play.
Right.
So I am going to spend 1 to chug mead. Does that go here, right? So I can gain back 2 health. And then I can now do my 2 draws because I didn't draw any in the beginning. I had my 3 in the beginning. Okay, cool. So I'm going to grab one of these. And I'm going to grab one of these.
All right, next round.
I'm really good at rolling those 3s.
Got the hot hand tonight.
See,
Okay.
you can see what an impact this changing initiative is having on the game right
I know.
now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Late
John.
game, it gets really intense.
I am going to...
So Ezra is wondering if we designed this game with his wife Merity in mind, because her nickname is Llama. So, Bridget, you came up with the llamas idea. Were you thinking of Merity at that time?
Clearly I was. Clearly. Absolutely, 100%.
I had no idea her nickname was Llama. Was that true back in the day?
Yes, Matt.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
How do you
I'm
not
telling
know
you
this?
yes.
I don't know how I don't know, because maybe that wasn't her nickname back then.
Maybe it was. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't do that part first. Hold on.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you doing with
Right.
4 cards over there?
Going the wrong order in things here. Sorry. First, I'm going to instant play 1 damage to Matt, that Battle Cry, which cost me 1. Then I am going to do my draw, and I'll instant play that one for 1 damage to Bridget.
So Board Game Estate is asking if there's a way to affect the initiative roll, and so there are 2 ways. There is a blessing, I want to say, that once per game you can be like, I go first, and
1 damage to you.
the other way is a more permanent thing. So if John were to kill me, he would actually get my die. And so he is now rolling 2 die against Bridget's 1.
And they're not added together.
Right.
But it's just multiple opportunities to have the highest number.
And yeah, you don't definitely win when that's the case.
Whose turn is it?
That's my turn. All right, so I get 3 of these guys back, and then I'm going to spend them right away to Pouncing Pummel John.
Oh.
Seems unfair.
And that's my turn. We did definitely, from when I was playing my family, got some suggestions for some of the names that we weren't super hot on. I don't remember them all right now. I'm just letting you guys know.
Cool.
For future reference. I know it makes great video this
Yeah,
way.
that's solid.
All right. It's being my turn. I'm going to give back my vigor. Just to get. Oh, well, let's see. I'm just going to use this instant plays to kind of get it out of my hands. And I'm going to gain that heart back, or that dash of health back. And then I'm going to draw. And then I'm going to instant play again a damage to John.
Roar.
And then for my actual turn. Oh, actually, no, I get to do my other draw first. This is very confusing for me. Just for me. It's not actually that confusing. Okay, well, they're all going to hate my turn. But anyways, I'm going to play this other instant play.
Oh my
and
God.
gain back another heart.
You're playing like your husband. John,
Hey,
John
take
is,
it back.
John is an absolute magician on a game where you only get to play 1 card. Somehow he like draws 6 and plays 5, but it all works within the rules.
Seems legit, right?
And for my actual play, I'm going to spend 2, and I'm going to salty sea spit at John.
That's one of the names that's going to change.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Everyone just spitting on me and trotting at me all tauntily, flexing at me.
Come on, Bridget. What the
What?
hell?
You didn't even give us a chance.
I thought if I got out early, I'd give you guys a mark to beat. I'll just keep going first.
Oh, it's probably my seltzer next to the microphone.
Is there a
that's
way
crackling.
to affect the initiative? Yes, I'm just going to take John's die away from him. So he can't have it anymore.
You want to trade die? You think that's it?
No.
Here, I'll take your unlucky die.
Also, I just realized my cup of soda water was under the microphone, so that might have been the crackling everybody was hearing.
Probably not, but it could be. I don't think it's that sparkly.
I can hear it.
I'm going to regain these 2, and I'm going to wait.
Okay, I am going to take the last card from there.
In which case, somebody awesome will pick it up and shuffle it up again. The deck. And put it down. Oh, put it down like this. We already have a card, though, so we don't need to
So
flip it
I
over.
got my 3 back, so I can spend those to Thunder Stomp John.
What? Coming for you.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
And that's my turn. Bridget, you're up.
All right. I am going to draw some cards. I guess I'm going to draw another card. Ooh. Oh, also, it's the beginning of my turn, so I gotta remember to put that back.
2.
2.
I will say for the people at home, the 2 is actually a new thing. It used to be just 1, and actually all the instant play cards used to cost no vigor to play, but through some other changes that were made to the game, John did some rebalancing on numbers, so cards cost a little more to play, but you get your 2 vigor, and it's actually made the game, I think, play a lot better, but now we need to remember that we get 2 back.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
don't remember anything. This isn't. But what I do remember is that I can spend 4 of these and summon the Valkyries on both of them. What?
I'm going to play this block card, and not have that happen to me.
I'm going to take the 2 damage, but then I'm going to instant play my low-key locket, which will heal me 3.
Oh, so I get a question from the chat, but really quick before we get to that, because this has come up in games before. So say I was at 2 health, and Bridget played a card that would take those 2 health. I couldn't then play an instant play that gives me hearts. I've already had the health taken away from me. The only thing I can play at that point is a block. So just in case that comes up late game,
Yeah.
that is one of our official rules. Now, John, I haven't played either of these games, but I intrigued by the sound of it. Board Game Estate is asking, was there any thought to do an alliance type system like Dune or Rising Sun between initiatives?
I'm not familiar with that system in either of those games, although, so I guess the short answer is no, but thank you for the suggestion. I'll check them out.
And we will say that we have discussed that, as Bridget was joking about earlier, where she could do the 2 damage on herself, it's not in the rules that you have to play health on yourself or vigor on yourself. So you are completely open to, like, if Bridget's about to die and I don't want John to get her dice, I am completely open to heal her and keep the game going that way.
So
Not saying
that
I'm
presumably
going to,
he could then kill her next turn
And
and
take
take
the
the
dice.
dice. Yeah.
But little do they know.
that she's way in the lead, so I don't know why we're saying she's the one who's going to get hit.
Yeah, because we're cocky, I guess. I have no right to be
is your turn
cocky.
good?
I lose this game
Yes,
almost
my
all the
turn
time.
is done.
All right, so then we roll again.
There. Come on, guys. Come on.
Woo!
Well, your dice wasn't lucky for me, but at least mine was unlucky for you.
There you go.
All right, so I'll gain back my 2. Yay! She remembered. And I will pick up one of these. I'm going to instant play a heart.
Don't forget to spend your vigor.
Oh, thank you. And then I'm going to draw another card.
Oh, Jamaica was as sick of you winning as we were.
What,
The
me?
rolls.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Listen, I wasn't trying. I wasn't.
And I suppose I will bruising bite John. Look, you guys are even now.
I'm going to draw. I'll instant play a health for myself.
Oh,
And
not
then-
even anymore.
Oh, I didn't take my 2 back. But then I'm going to spend 3 to Thunderstomp Bridget.
Thunderstomp.
Okay. So I'm going to take the last one from this deck again. Oh, I get my 3 back. And I am going to pouncing pummel Bridget. It's very tough when you ask about the alliance stuff because there's definitely a lot of consideration
Wait,
of like,
What am I doing?
who do I want to hit here? Because I'm going to get it back. You got hit for 2 damage.
Where?
Or, sorry.
From where? That's invoking Odin.
I don't have that card in my hand. You got hit for 2 damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Whatever. Y'all know I'm coming for you.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Noted. I thought we were friends, Helga.
Is it my turn?
Helga has
Oh no, we gotta roll.
friends.
It's
Yeah,
my
because
turn.
she's
We gotta roll.
insufferable.
'Cause I was first. What? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is just crazy. All right. I am going to add my 2. I guess I'll draw.
Board Game Estate, I mentioned one of his other favorite games is Nightfall, which keep dropping these game names because I'm making a mental list. Like, because we have all the time in the world to play other people's games, but
We still do. We still find the time.
We find time. Not as much as we would like. But hey, maybe Valhallamas becomes a international sensation and we find a lot more time to play games.
Matt, I'm going to selfie spit you.
my eye.
Oh, and I have my one more draw.
And just because I haven't put it up here in a while, Devin George, terrific art that we're really excited to get on these cards.
It's
Again,
really
if-
amazing.
If you're coming to the stream a little later, this is not the final design of the cards. I need to go through and do a lot of work to them and everything. I see all the flaws of them, but it's just a little taste of things to come.
I saw Brunhilde for the first time last night, and I squealed with joy.
It was a
good.
legitimate squeal.
Yeah,
I was there. Did you finish your turn?
I did.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to draw. And I am going to chug some mead. Oh, again, back to at the beginning. Spend 1 to chug some mead and heal a little.
All right. And by the way, Red Axe, we agree with you. That art is amazing. I draw from here so you guys can't know what we'll be playing. I got my 3 back.
Well,
He
you're not
doesn't
gonna
have
put the-
enough for Odin.
He's not going to put
Which
the right
one's it
card
gonna
down
be?
anyways.
I'm not going to do anything.
Oh,
Whoa.
fancy.
Excellent. Zip. Whose turn is it? Oh, we got to roll.
We got to roll again. Thank you.
Got to roll.
Thanks, Bridget, for being honest,
Roll
because
off.
the rule is that no one calls out that it's time for a reroll, and that person goes. We continue on in that order.
Well, that's all right.
She just wanted to show off her rolling skills.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make it boring. All right. I actually can do nothing. That's what I got, guys. That's what I got, fellers.
Okay. I'll take it. Regain my 2 vigor. I'm going to draw. And I'm going to wait.
I'll regain my 3.
The Viking llamas circle each other in a field,
All right, so-
taking a breath, sizing each other up mid-fight.
And I'm going to instant play a health,
Oh, smart.
and then I am going to invoke Odin on John. Is it time now?
Yeah, it's time now. Okay, I'm going to block that because I'm not playing that game.
All right, we roll again.
Let's see. Oh! I was hoping I wouldn't get a 6. I was like, oh.
No, that would have been very funny if you had. Okay. Back to the drawing board.
I know you live here and everything, but get out.
I get my 3 back, which is a perfect time to summon the Valkyries.
You believe this guy?
What?
Well, Bridget's got a block.
I know. But do I want to use it?
I
You
mean,
know
you
what?
have 4 health.
I'm not going to use it. But now you know I have it, bitches. Or I just played you all for fools. Is it my
That's
turn?
pretty easy to do with me, but yes, you're up.
Eurasia.
You tell me to go home.
She's my wife. I don't talk to her like that.
Um,
It's called respect, Matt.
And you have none for me, I know.
Exactly.
I am
I love you.
Yikes. All right, I'm going to actually spend all these 4 and summon the Valkyries on you guys. Oh, and Matthew, I'm sorry.
Oh, Bridget, I'm sorry.
Oh, did you block it?
I blocked it.
Green cubes flying everywhere, folks.
All right.
Amazing.
Getting down to last call for alcohol here, you guys.
Oh, so I played that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need to draw.
In case we did all of that too fast for the audience at home, Matt got down to 2 health.
I didn't even know he had that.
Bridget instant played her Fenrir's Fury, which does a 2 damage, but Matt instant played his Nidhugg, which is a free block.
Yeah.
So
That was really good. That was some really good drama.
yeah.
And just me not knowing he had that too. It would have been way more dramatic for me to just end him there, I guess. But, it worked out
At
well.
least you felt bad about
I
it. It
did
wasn't
feel
like you were
bad.
cackling and then
I
I just
did
got to
feel
block
bad.
it. So that's nice.
Okay.
I like it better when you two murder each other and then I look and I come out victorious. Like that's my favorite. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Is it still your turn?
No, you did your
No,
extra draw,
I'm
right?
good.
Did your extra draw?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't think I did, but I don't think I had space for it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, if we didn't mention, you do have a hand limit of 3 unless you have a blessing that allows you to have more.
Okay. Let's draw this. Oh, I gave that one back. Okay, let's try something here. I'm gonna thunder stomp Bridget.
You're gonna murder me.
Okay. So now
Oh, so you didn't have a block in your hand.
I do, but I don't have a.
Oh! One of the changes with the vigor counts.
that block does cost a vigor, and so even though Bridget has it in her hand,
And I was
she's got
unceremoniously murdered.
yes. But so now we get to talk about what happens when a llama is defeated. First, I'll take this
Oh,
cube.
nice.
No, you're not doing this. Come on.
I am doing this, Matthew.
Oh no! Oh no!
So
Well, let him explain it.
So, when you defeat a llama, first you take their die, and then you can optionally take one piece of equipment from them to replace yours. If the equipment is something that requires a green cube, and the green cube has been spent, when you take the card, you regain the green cube. So, I am going to take Fenrir's Fury from Bridget, which will recharge this green cube. And then I'm really going to help Fenrir's Fury live out what its destiny was supposed to be and kill Helga.
I got nothing.
Roar!
This is probably out of the 100 times we've played this game, the second time John's won, though.
It is legitimately the second time I've won. I do not win this game.
And winning with style. That was like
Yeah,
you said,
that
I'm
was-
going to try something here. I'm like, and then like, that was well played. So yeah, that's Valhallamas.
Yay!
Sorry for the mic crackle that happened in there. While we give a little bit more of a summary, I'm just gonna go back to the art because it's so pretty. But yeah, like I said, I can't stress enough. The design needs some more work, but the mechanics are basically all the way there. We have a couple things that we know we want to try out, especially special abilities with blessings and helmets.
I've still got a little bit of numbers work I'm going to look at, but we're just about there with that.
Yeah, we're feeling good with where this game's at. We had problems for a while with like people dying in the second round, and that doesn't make it
Yeah.
a ton of fun. Like John's mathed us out of that, and we're feeling pretty good about this game. And we are very likely going to be going to Kickstarter in March with it. So I better get my design on because
Yeah.
we gotta
It'll be
like
fine.
go to the Kickstarters and ask for money.
Matt's good at design.
Put the art back up. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah, the art's.
Oh,
still
the
up.
art's already. Well,
I haven't even gone back to us.
sorry, folks. The monitor is behind me, so I can't
now
actually.
it's back on you.
Ugh.
All right.
Yeah. But obviously, if you don't already follow us on the social media, we'll continue to post updates. And once again, thanks to Devin, who's doing some really amazing art that we think is really going to do wonders for the game. And that's Valhallamas.
Valhallamas! I know you got neighbors. I don't want to shout too loud. I might want
Oh,
to
the
spike-
soundproofing in here is really good, but I'm not going to talk about that while we're streaming because that also just sounds kind of like weird that I'm talking about that.
This seems like a good place to unceremoniously just cut the feed, right?
I'm just
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.